Hello, I'm the ASMR psychologist. Welcome to my channel. Now, in this video, I'm going to share with you a really amazing tip to help you to make difficult or important, challenging decisions. And it's something that I often use with my patients in their therapy sessions when they are struggling to come to a decision. Now, if you like this type of video, these kind of information, tips, techniques, strategy videos, let me know by giving me an up thumb so that I know to make more of them. And of course, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, maybe think about doing that too. Okay, so it seems that the more important a decision is, the harder it is to make it. Let's start with why that is. Because if we can understand why something is happening, it puts us in a much stronger position to make a change if we need to. Okay, so when we're faced with any type of challenge, and difficult decisions are included in this, the challenge triggers our sympathetic nervous system, which is also often called our fight or flight system. And when this happens, the stress hormones, adrenaline and then cortisol, are released into our system to help us to deal with the challenge, to fight it or to flee from it, whatever serves our survival the best in that moment. Now, for our ancestors whose primary challenges were physical, this mechanism was amazing. But for us, these days, our challenges are more psychological, more emotional, maybe more financial even, and this mechanism is less helpful because large doses of stress hormone being dumped into our system aren't really compatible with calm, clear, considered thinking, which is the type of thinking that we need to be able to do if we are trying to make an important decision. And there does seem to be a direct relationship between the importance of the decision and how much our sympathetic nervous system is stimulated and how much stress hormone is released into our system. So, more important decisions mean more stress hormone. Okay, so what tends to happen is that really important decisions overstimulate our central nervous system. So we need to start by doing something about that. What is it that overstimulates our sympathetic nervous system? Well, it's our thoughts. And a specific thought, I think, for most people. It's some kind of variation that there's a chance here that I can make the wrong decision and that there will be catastrophic consequences that I won't be able to deal with. So let's begin by replacing that with a different kind of thought. A thought that, okay, I'm going to make the best decision I can here with the information that I have. And if things don't work out, then I will deal with it at the time. I don't know quite how right now, but I'm going to have some confidence in myself that I will find a way, because I usually do. Now, what this will mean is that our sympathetic nervous system will just calm down a little bit. It will, however, still be active, and we do need it to be active to a certain extent when we're faced with a challenge. We need those stress hormones, the adrenaline and the cortisol, because they make us alert and they keep us focused. It's no good if our mind kind of is going off in all different directions when we've got something important we need to deal with, something important that we need to decide. So our mind may still need some support to help it to think calmly and clearly. So this is when the exercise comes into play. Now, so you need a piece of paper and a pen. So what I want you to do, maybe turn your paper this way. Landscape gives you a little bit more room to write what you need to write. And I want you to draw a grid as if you were going to play noughts and crosses, or that's what we call it in the UK, or I think it's also called tic-tac-toe. So let's draw that now. Then, in the top left-hand cell, so I'll just show you that again. So up here, we want to write the decision. So maybe it is I'm going to end my relationship. Maybe it is I'm going to leave my job. I'm going to move house, move country. So you put the decision in that top cell. Just like that. Okay. Then you need to label the various columns. Okay, so 2 columns. I want you to label them pros and cons. And then we're going to label the rows. Oh, made a mistake there. Excuse me. Short term is your first row. And here we are talking about days and weeks. Then second row, long term. And here we're talking about months and years. And then you need to complete the grid, looking at the short-term pros and cons of making that decision, understand the long-term pros and cons of making that decision. So you should various things written in your 4 cells. Right. Then take a break. Have a cup of tea. Go for a walk. Leave it. Then come back with a clearer mind, with a calmer mind, because sometimes going through the various pros and cons can stir you up again, can re-stimulate your sympathetic nervous system. Come back after a short period and review what you've written and make a provisional decision, keeping it in your mind. This is provisional. This is not my final decision. And then leave it again for a bit longer. Overnight, if you can, a couple of days, trying not to think about it. And then, after that slightly longer break, come back and review your grid again. Review your provisional decision and see how you feel about it. And then make your final decision. Keeping in mind what we said at the beginning, that you're making the best decision you can with the information that you have right now. And if things don't work out, you will deal with whatever happens at the time it happens. You can't reach into the future and try and deal with that now. Okay. And of course, maybe let me know how it goes. Pop your experiences in the comments. It's always good to hear how these things work out for you. I hope that this was helpful. If it was, give me an up thumb and consider subscribing to the channel, and of course don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss my new content. Okay then, thank you for watching, and hopefully I will see you very soon.